Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. Open up your free account with Caleb and Brown. Just go to XRPwealth589.com and start getting the best night's sleep you've ever had in your crypto life. I can tell you right now, it's free institutional grade custody, no hidden fees, no hidden spreads. It's one flat fee. That's what you want. You want to know what you're getting. And I tell you what, you're getting the best customer service in the entire digital asset space because you get institutional grade custody, no cost, and you get human customer service. It's not a joke. I know it doesn't feel real to you, but this is why I'm absolutely telling you, you're going to get the best night's sleep you've had since you've been into crypto. Multiple layers of security already into every platform, in the platform and every account. And then you can go in and talk to your representative about special things you'd like to do to your account to add extra layers even. And just the fact that you can call, set up an appointment, and talk to a human being, bar none, puts them at the number1 spot for me in the crypto industry. Caleb Brown, XRPwealth589.com. Look at this right here. $3.57 trillion market cap for crypto, ladies and gentlemen. The market's off 3.8%. Bitcoin, 108,900 plus. Ethereum, 2,500 plus. XRP, $2.36. And we're going to get into some news today, and I think you're going to be very excited about it. We're off 2.7 on 24 and just as much on the 7-day. Let's look at the range of price. Range between 232 and 247. We'll keep an eye on it. Let me tell you what's getting exciting. 6 days, 13 hours until XRP Las Vegas. I am ecstatic. I'm telling you, I am ecstatic. Look, we're going to have over 1,100 people there, maybe even 1,200 attendees, and the tickets are flying off the shelf now. And I was telling you, we're critically close to running out of VIP tickets. That's not a joke. It's not for me to hype you or upsell you. I'm just giving you the way it's going. And this is very real. And if that's the kind of ticket you want, I want you to get it. So, and VIP is also a great place where you run into a lot of the speakers as well in the VIP area, as well as getting preferential seating at the front of the stage. So, and great food. There's a whole bunch more. Cash bar, you get it. But nonetheless, open bar, excuse me. This is a remarkable event and you're going to learn so much. It happens every year. Don't miss it. Come. You won't regret it. Make the investment yourself. XRPLasVegas.com. All right, let's take a look at this. This is my video that was finally loading on Twitter from my first video this morning. And this is the XRP promo, which we don't need to play, but we'll have a new one coming for you here shortly, and you will want to see that one when it happens. Previously undisclosed security breach has exposed sensitive user data of nearly 70,000 Coinbase customers. Follow what appears to be an internet compromise involving bribed support staff. That's what makes this so terrible. This isn't a hack. This is a bribery thing. Right? That's what makes it so terrible. These people were compromised somewhere overseas, and it's just horrible. It's just horrible. Like I said, trying to make sure that your assets are safe for the last 8 years is very, very difficult out here. And obviously it's a trusted platform, but anybody could be bribed, right? When you are negotiating with the hacker, it's not a good sign. Citi offers hacker up to $6 million bounty for return of the 55 million in ETH and frozen SUI funds after $220 million exploit. How about that one? Yeah, I'm telling you, these are the things that make me really, really, concerned. This is why I don't want to hold my assets self-custody, because then there's kidnappings and all of this stuff and hacks and robberies. And it's like, oh my gracious, it's like, I'm not doing it. And I tell you, in short order, I think we're going to get the legislation that really, really puts a broad approach to how we need to have all these safeguards in place for everybody. President Trump says the U.S. is dominating in Bitcoin and crypto, and we are going to keep it that way. Love hearing that from him. And then we have this. This right here is Senator Haggerty, the Genius Act guy who brought the Genius Act to the Senate. Take a listen to what he says. You're going to love it.
Also, we do want to talk about stablecoins with you because the Senate did advance the first of its kind cryptocurrency legislation. This is the Genius Act. Yes. You're very schooled in this, sir. Democrats initially had blocked this, but you claim this act is going to build momentum into market structure in general. So what do you mean by that? What do you envision?
Indeed, this is going to take us into the 21st century. We have a payment system today that was designed in the 1970s and the 1980s. It takes 5 to 10 days to clear a payment here. With the technologies available on the chain to actually do this on an almost instantaneous basis, what this will also do is provide regulatory clarity to an industry that's been seeping offshore. Americans need to lead here. The innovation that we're capable of delivering here is enormous. And also the benefits of this will be to extend dollar's dominance, our reserve currency around the world, because it'll be used much more in the new digital environment. Additionally, it will stimulate demand for U.S. Treasuries because these digital dollars have to be backed up by cash or U.S. Treasuries.
Do you think that those that are voting against this, and it's, well, Democrats to be clear, though, but do you think that they truly understand this new market? I mean, there are many investors that say that they don't understand that the basics of stable coins or cryptocurrencies. It's a new world for many. Do you think that those that are actually creating or voting on this policy understand the crucial role that stablecoin can play in global trade?
So this is a key reason that we've brought stablecoin policy to the fore first, because this is something that my colleagues do understand. This is simply taking our payment system into the 21st century. It's stable, it's dollar denominated. It's simply that these dollars have to be backed completely by cash or by U.S. Treasuries. That's safe and secure. And putting these sort of guardrails in place, I think all my colleagues get this. But as you intimated, we're going to move into market structure. This is a complex market. This is a new market that's evolving rapidly. That's going to take a great deal more education. It's going to take a great deal more time. But I'm optimistic as we embrace this piece of legislation, and I'm delighted that we've got strong bipartisan support here, that we're moving in the right direction. And I think that America has got to be and will continue to be the leader in this innovative field.
No doubt about it. And shout out to him because his bill has gotten the weight that it needs. Uh-oh, look who it is. It's CEO of Tether, Paolo Ardoino. All eyes on Tether. And listen to what he's asked by Joe Kernan here.
You mentioned Howard Lutnick and Cantor Fitzgerald. He is now obviously the Commerce Secretary. Do you feel that he's advocating for you inside the administration? What's that relationship like now? And how should the public think about that?
Well, we have a Chinese wall between us in this moment. There could be conflict of interest, so we are not allowed to talk to him. Yet we maintain a great relationship with Cantor Fitzgerald. We custody all our treasuries there. They are a great firm. They are the first firm that in Wall Street started to really care about Bitcoin.
Well, you're based in El Salvador, and I guess we'll have some regulation here, but you can understand why people would certainly want to know more and have a lot more transparency. I think that's what.
Well, speaking of transparency, check this out. This is Representative French Hill on the matter.
To create a dollar-backed stablecoin is an important strategic asset.
Trump World Global?
Well, they would have to comply with the new federal law.
Right.
And no one right now complies with the work that we've done in the House or Senate on a stablecoin act. Circle doesn't fully comply. Tether is not even in the United States. It's outside the U.S. It wouldn't comply. So if we have a high standard, the world will come to that high standard for enforcement and for definition. And, you know, if the Trump coin can meet that definition, so be it. There'll be
the real USD meets that, I guarantee you.
Multiple competing stable coins, in my view. You see the headlines today that the large banks are thinking about collectively having a stable coin. It's a new payment rail in Web3 on a blockchain to compete with other payment methodologies. I don't view it as a store of value. I view it as debit cash, credit stablecoin, buy something institutionally or as a consumer.
Do you see it as hopefully
That's perfect the way he said it. That's exactly how I see it.
disinflationary, meaning that it should take cost out of the system?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, blockchain generally, what attracts me to crypto is not crypto, not Bitcoin, but the operating system benefits of blockchain. I think it takes costs out of the system. I think for consumers, it creates accessibility. Look at the Benji, which is Franklin Templeton's money market account that's been tokenized. They can offer that at a higher rate and a lower dollar amount to customers because the cost has been taken out of the system.
There it is right there. Representative French Hill gets it and gets it in a big way where he can articulate it and break it down to that level. This is where Congress is coming around to get a really, really deep knowledge and understanding about all of this tech. Now, with that being the case, there's still some Bitcoin maxis out here like Joe Consorti. They're having trouble. They said, someone check on XRP holders. And he's highlighting the fact that big banks are exploring a joint stablecoin venture like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, Wells Fargo, among other U.S. banks. And this is according to the Wall Street Journal. And I reported on it more in depth on the first video. But Dom from Easy A, who's going to be at XRP Las Vegas. I can't wait to meet these two brothers. They're incredible. The bank needs to launch their stablecoin on a blockchain like the XRP ledger, not Bitcoin. What's your point, Joe? And I laughed out loud. I said, Joe doesn't understand stablecoins or XRP. Someone check on Joe. That's the problem. You know, you're not launching a stablecoin on the Bitcoin network because you can't. So that means it's got to be a layer 2 at best. Right, Joe? That is right. Yeah. Nonetheless, this is where we struggle with them, right? But here's where we are here. Bitcoin maxis on the struggle bus again. Bless their pointed heads. It really is true because this is the news right here. Big U.S. banks are plotting to launch their joint stablecoin in a move that could shake crypto. But this is the threat. But is this a threat of XRP and real USD? Not hardly. Absolutely. Rowan Exchange gets it. It is not at all. This is going to drive more value onto the protocol, as Representative French Hill said. And then that is going to create more potential for the privileged position of XRP to make markets for different pairings. And that's what this is all about. What we're watching is we are watching now the traditional financial sector begin to take steps to enter the new digital on-chain economy. That's what's happening right before our eyes. And it's absolutely amazing to me because it is trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.